Hey guys, Furum here, and today I'm going to be testing the completely stable and not weird with physics at all Rimac Concept S at Build and Max in Ghost Slipstream multiplayer in Asphalt 9. Please consider subscribing if you have not already, and be sure to check out my Furum Clips channel as well as my Furum TV channel and Purple Team Discord. Links to all those will be down in the description, and I hope you enjoy these races. I also recorded some races in the McLaren Artura in the same season as I tested this car, so you can expect a video about that sometime soon as well. I'll talk about the car itself in a bit, but I want to address the elephant in the room first, which is that I have not uploaded a video or live streamed for about a month at this point. This has never happened since the beginning of my channel before, like 9.5 years ago. I've always uploaded, I believe, at least one video a week or so, something like that. But there has been no new content on my channel since late October, since before Halloween, and I'm sure many of you are wondering, what is the reason for this? Well, it isn't any one particular reason, and I did not originally intend to be away from the channel for this long, otherwise I would have made a post about it. Really, it was a combination of many different things. One is that I simply got a lot going on in my personal life at this point, not like bad stuff or anything, just general things, social things, work things, all of it together. But that's honestly not really the main reason. I simply have not been feeling Asphalt as much recently in general. I haven't had as much of an inclination to pick up the game, to play it. I mean, I still enjoy it, it's nothing like that, it's just I don't have the urge, I guess, to go into the game every single day and play races and record and stuff like that. And because of that, I've just kind of let it slide a bit. There's really not much I can say more than that. I have let it slide, but don't think that this is the start of the end for the channel. I'm planning to come back to it at this point. I feel like this kind of an unscheduled month hiatus was somewhat needed because I was feeling a bit of burnout, and now as I'm recording this, at least, I feel like I'm ready to, come back, get back to making videos again, everything like that. And yeah, since I have been away so long, I do have some good news to share. I have passed my exam, which I took back in September, made one of the highest scores on it, which I'm very happy about considering I was not sure how well I would do on that at all. And I'm getting ready to start studying for the next one, which I'll be taking in April, start studying for that sometime soon too. But I do want to thank you all for sticking around, and yeah, hopefully the channel will be back and better than ever in the coming weeks. I have a good number of videos planned. Also, I will be live streaming today/tomorrow, depending on when this comes out. Saturday at my usual time, so whatever time I usually stream, that's probably what it's going to be. Take into account though, daylight savings time has changed for me between now and my last stream, so it may be an hour difference. Just make note of that depending on whether or not your country observes daylight savings time. I am a bit annoyed that we still do here over in the old States. Hopefully at some point we won't have to anymore because I get very tired of it. It throws off the schedules of everybody in the countries that don't, well, I was going to say celebrate it. It's not much of a celebration. It's just an annoyance at this point. But anyway, yes, we'll be streaming, so definitely stay tuned for that. And with that, let's get to talking about the car, shall we? So the Rimac Concept S is an S-Class car that is rather slow for its class. It goes around 243 miles per hour, which is about as fast as some of the higher-end A-Class cars, but the rest of its stats are quite good. The drifting is fairly sharp, the nitro efficiency is decently long-lasting, and the acceleration is very good. I almost feel like this car would have worked better as a high-end A-Class car instead, because then it would have competed with the likes of the Valhalla most likely and other cars like that. But instead, we have it toward the lower tier of Class S simply because it's not fast enough to keep up with the higher cars in the class. That being said, I did have a pretty good experience driving this car. It was very competitive in all the races that I played, even though obviously in this season I wasn't facing a ton of those super high-end S-Class cars that you would face if you were driving this car in a regular multiplayer season. We did have some cars like the Veyron and the Vision 1789, which I believe go faster than this one, but not by like a huge amount, such as cars like the Esco or the Chiron would. So I think because of that, we might see this car's performance be a bit overstated, which might always happen in these free try seasons where there's only a very handpicked selection of cars. But in any case, I did mainly want to show in this video just how well the car itself drives, because this is without a doubt one of the most fun cars that I've driven recently in the game, with just how well it corners. A very forgiving car. Only, I mean, at the very beginning of the video, I kind of joked about this car not being very stable because of the issue on that barrel roll. It's not the worst. I did have some issues like that one, but for the most part, it's decently stable. Like, it's not going to be as bad as something like the Sheeran, for example. It has no issues with wall riding that I could tell, just sometimes the ramps give it a bit of an issue. One of my favorite tests for testing a car's handling is, can it get around these specific turns on Buenos Aires? Well, this car does it with ease. I would probably say that the car's handling and drifting abilities might be its best attributes, because while the acceleration and the nitro and everything are very good too, they didn't stand out to me quite as much as the drifting radius and just the general overall feel of the handling of this car. And of course, the top speed would be the lowest stat of them all, which is great for more newly added tracks like Buenos Aires, for example. Older tracks in the game like US Midwest, which generally seem to be more top speed based, the car might struggle a bit more on, but again, in my testing of this car, at least in this season, did not have a lot of issues. The acceleration helped me to get ahead a lot in the beginning, and that kind of leads me to my general review about this car. I feel like it will be best if you want to use it in regular multiplayer. If you did manage to get this car in its special event, it would be best in low Legend League, and even then, I'm not entirely sure it would do super great on a lot of tracks because, well, people are going to be in Sheerans anyway at that point. But I also would say definitely it's not going to do as well in Ghost Slipstream. I only mainly did well in this Ghost Slipstream because there weren't super fast cars that were on my butt the entire time. But if you just get a regular old season, just classic, the car is probably going to do fine in regular multiplayer, not going to stand out a ton. But I think you could do probably okay with it. And as we take the victory in this final race, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please like the video if you have enjoyed, and consider subscribing for more Asphalt, Forza, Minecraft, and other games content. And I will see you in my next video, or hopefully in my live stream. Goodbye!